Reuters Breaking Views. Berlin conditionally approves the new ESM, but that won't solve Germany's euro equation. It doesn't solve much, really, according to Breaking Views. And why China's absent princeling is a mystery, not a crisis. With me is Chris Hughes. The markets like this court ruling, but admittedly, it doesn't solve the underlying crisis.
No, what it does is it prevents us going into an even worse crisis, a crisis.
But that's good, right? That's a good thing, isn't it?
Worse.
It's like we're all going to die, but we've avoided being hit by that truck.
There was a real possibility that the eurozone crisis could have taken a terrible lurch downward here. Now, of course, the expectation was always that the ruling that we've seen, which is that German participation and the Eurozone bailout fund has been sanctioned with some conditions. That was what was the broad consensus, but there was a risk that it could have taken a terrible turn. However, one shouldn't. Obviously, the markets are happy, but they shouldn't be jubilant because we're still left with the crisis.
You Breaking Views guys are a bunch of grumbling old men. Yeah, you need to find the problem.
No, but does this alter the really important existing things about Germany's participation? Germany is still, fixated on austerity as the cure for the current crisis, and there's still tremendous reluctance within the German electorate.
Yeah. So what are we going to worry about next? What are you going to worry about next?
Well, look, we're not.
I don't mean to give you a hard time.
No, we're not overly worried about it because clearly what Mario Draghi has done in terms of signalling to the markets that come and have a go if you're hard enough. If you like, you're saying, look, do not bet against the European Central Bank. There could be a virtuous circle here where yields come in and the bailout funds, the extent to which they're needed may not be what was feared. We're seeing corporate issuers from the peripheral countries come back into the market and sell bonds, in reasonable size. So things are actually proceeding pretty well. And clearly in Spain, the premier there is talking quite openly about taking bailout money. So it's moving forward.
All right. This China story, absent princeling is a mystery, not a crisis. Of course, Xi Jinping has gone AWOL. You say it's not a crisis. Why? Because the individual doesn't matter, or
it matters less than you might think. Clearly, the markets are starting to worry a bit about the uncertainty surrounding.
And quite rightly, wouldn't you think? I mean, it seems they need a lesson in PR and in managing expectation.
But what we're saying here is that the era of the sort of strongman leader in China, that has kind of passed, and so one shouldn't get too obsessed about one individual. And also looking at history, this kind of thing has happened before. We have seen sort of the crown princes of the past sort of, disappear, for weeks and then suddenly enter office.
Yeah, but I think suddenly as this economy has become,
we're a lot more focused on it now. But if you take a step back, on the long view, this isn't actually that out of the ordinary for China. So
we should stop worrying.
And given the dynamics of the Chinese leadership, the Politburo, this fixating on this one president in waiting is probably slightly overreacting to the situation.
Okay. We are definitely going to talk about this one again, I know. We are. All right, Chris, thanks very much indeed for that. That's it for now. If you want to watch our US Breaking Views show, that comes on 12:30 Eastern, 17:30 GMT every day. I'm Axel Threlfall. This is Reuters.